Fast 10 is the 11th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise. It is also the first part of a trilogy finale set of movies that are coming to close out the franchise. Now, I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this movie. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. What did you guys think of Fast 10? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down there. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's talk about Fast 10 right now. Okay, so Fast 10. Look, where do I start with this franchise? It's been a franchise that has been something that I've enjoyed. I don't think they're like the best movies or anything like that, but I've enjoyed them quite a lot. 5 I absolutely love. I think that's fantastic. 6 and 7 are decent as well. And then as you go on, the rest of them are all decent as well. 9, though, on the other hand, was just an absolute complete disaster for me. I thought it jumped the shark way too much. It went away from what was the Fast and Furious. And it just had some ridiculous stuff that just didn't need to be in there and didn't make any sense or anything like that. So now we come into Fast 10. I went in optimistic. I was hoping that this was going to be that movie that just brought it back, brought the magic back of Fast and Furious and was like, yes, I'm in love again with these movies. Give me the next two. I can't wait. That's what I was hoping for. But after sitting down and watching Fast 10, I think this is the worst one of the whole franchise. I think this is worse than 9. I really do. Now, I feel like you're either gonna really enjoy this movie for what it is, or you're gonna absolutely hate it like I do. Now, the reason why I hate this is, one, I feel like the franchise it just needs to be over. Like it's a franchise that just is going on and it's just beating a dead horse constantly. It should have ended many movies ago. It should have, because now you're getting to the point where it's just kind of like ridiculousness. Like, nothing here makes sense at all. Like, this is just, it's becoming a parody of itself at this point, and it's painful because I'm like, well, you've lost that spark, you've lost that magic of what made us go into the Fast and Furious movies and enjoy them. In this movie in particular, there were very, very much a lot of moments where I rolled my eyes constantly. There are moments where I'm like, really, we're going to go down that path? You really going to do that? Like, what? You're telling me that just happened? Like, you thought going into space was bad. This took it to a whole nother level. I mean, I saw Dom play Rocket League in real life with a fucking bomb. A metal bomb. His car is invincible somehow. I don't know how it is, but it is. It could stop anything. It goes through all this damage. There's convenience after convenience after convenience. Dom's car somehow manages to get around the world like that, and it's fixed every single time. I don't know how. I don't know where he's getting this time from, where he's getting these jets from, and everything like that. None of it makes any sense whatsoever. You have... This movie is probably one of the worst movies for Cameo Central. Like, this should just be called Fast Cameo, because that's really what it is. It's like them going, what actors and actresses can we get and just plug in here? And you know what we need to do? We need to make them related. Because everyone here is somehow related to someone in the Fast saga. Someone is related. And it's kind of like, why? And there's one particular cameo that happens towards the end that is just absolutely, I mean, I'm sorry. It makes no sense at all when you go through the other movies and you see what happened to that character. Somehow, that character is back. And I'm just sitting there like, you already fucking messed up Han's death somehow and just made it like, oh, Han wasn't driving that car. Yeah, okay, BS on that. But now it's like, what's going on here now? And this is apparently set 11 years after like Fast 5 or something like that. Something like that. But it's been a very, very long time. And just like, wow, okay, so what's going on here? This is just all absolutely mental. It really is. And look, down to its core, the comedy didn't work for me at all. It really tried to be a comic book movie. I don't know what Vin Diesel was thinking. Vin Diesel was like, Bloodshot didn't work for me, so I'm going to turn the Fast and Furious into a comic book movie. Because there are so many freaking moments here where they shot the movie as if Vin Diesel was Superman. Like this slow-mo of him standing there like with his chest out and everything, like looking out like, I'm about to fight you, Steppenwolf. I'm here to stop you. Like, so many moments like that. It felt like they were trying to make Dom a superhero. This guy, I'm telling you what, there's this one shot where it goes into slow-mo and it stops. Time stops. And they're doing that shot where everything stops and you go around and you look at people like, no, nothing else is moving. Nothing's moving. Except for Vin Diesel, because you know what? Dom can tap into the Speed Force. Dom taps into the Speed Force in this movie and ignites the NOS. When everything else is still, he ignites the NOS through the Speed Force. That's what this guy is about. This guy defies gravity, defies everything, physics, you name it. Dom is a Superman Flash hybrid. This guy is just absolutely invincible. You can't kill him. You can't kill him. And just some of the stuff that he does is just outrageous. It really is. Now, look, some of the new characters they brought in, Brie Larson, I thought was fantastic for the little small role that she had. She really did command it when she was on there. I enjoyed her. I want to see more of her. I really do. She was a highlight of the movie. Alan Richardson, he was decent as well. Some of his lines were a bit like terrible, and the writing in this movie is horrible. Like, just the dialogue is awful. It really is awful. Jason Momoa. Now, this is gonna be one of those ones where, look, people saying that he is the best part, and I would say Jason Momoa did fantastic for what he was given, what his character was written like, what he was given. He did a fantastic job. I thought he brought that character to life. If that's what they were going for, he absolutely nailed it. However, I am not a particularly massive fan of what they did with his character. They give him this tragic backstory because we know that it's tied to the fifth one. They give him this tragic backstory and then they just kind of revert it and go, oh, look, he was a psychopath this whole entire time. So it's kind of like, well, this is a guy that wants revenge for what happened, and now it's all of a sudden it's like, no, he's just a psychopath. He's been bouncing in and out of juvie and everything like that. So it kind of took away that character for me, and also it felt like they were like, how do we write a character that is very similar to Joker and just dial him up a bit to like make him a bit more like, you know, goofy in a way? And that's what it felt like. It felt like Joker just turned the goofiness up, and he was just like, oh. Like, it just, and I'm not a huge fan of, like, you get Jason Momoa in and you give him, like, you make him paint his nails sitting there and, like, having, it took away from me for that fear factor of this character. I like the introduction of the character. I thought the introduction was fantastic of this character, and it really set the stone of, like, oh my god, okay, so this guy is someone that you don't want to mess with. But then as the movie got on, it kind of just got a bit, like, dumb. And that's what this movie is. This movie is very dumb. Now, look, don't go into this movie expecting it to be grounded or anything like that, like the previous Fast and Furious. Like, don't go in there expecting it to be like Fast 5 or anything like that. There are a lot of scenes in here that didn't need to be in here. The pacing is awful. The writing is awful. Just nothing makes sense. It jumps the shark beyond jumping the shark. Like, this is just next level. There are so many things wrong with here, but if you go in here and go, you know what, F it, I'm not going to go in expecting anything, I'm going to expect bad and I'm going to enjoy it, then it might work for you. It really will. But this does feel like they took themselves too seriously and tried to make a comic book movie while ended up making Sharknado. That's really what it felt like to me, but that's just my personal opinion. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you guys think of Fast 10? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.